welcome back to the Black Shield on the I Am Beast Network. I am Rashid the Light Lightford. Next to me, we have Brother Andre Ewing and Brother X Miller.
Yeah.
Excalibur Miller.
That's right.
Excalibur.
Right. Come with it.
Hey, today I think we're going to talk about, just hot topics again, right?
Yeah, man.
And I think what's important is citizens need to know what law enforcement can and can't do. A lot of people are jaded by YouTube and Facebook and IG about they want to throw their phone up in your face and they tell you, what you can and can't do. I know the law. My cousin's a police. My auntie's a judge. I read the law. I know the law. I think we need to get into something like that to kind of educate folks, because since we are here to educate, correct?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think we need to educate folks on what we can as law enforcement officers can do, you know what I'm saying, and what we can't do.
Right.
So go ahead. One of y'all want to kick that off?
About you, Dre?
Senator Dre.
Senator
Dre for U.S. Senate.
President-elect.
Dre for U.S. Senate.
Councilman.
Council
Mayor.
member. Retiring.
Yeah.
Retired.
Tired.
Taking it to a whole different level. 30 years of straight policing. But so many hot topics we consistently come across. Dealing with the shield. This is the Black Shield. And we want people to understand that as we continue to educate, continue to grow into the community and let everyone know. We're going to also have Q&As, questions and answers, because it's important that you need to know what's going on. I think one of the main topics that come on is what to do at a traffic stop.
Yep, that's a big one.
That's a huge one. What to do when I get pulled over, the do's and don'ts. And of course, we got a specialist here from the state trooper aspect, but in the city as well. I always tell individuals, even when I get pulled over, okay, if it's at nighttime or what have you, my hands are visible, the light is on, and I make it extremely easy that I don't have to reach, grab, or go through a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right.
Once I'm operating my vehicle,
right.
That it's easy to just give that officer what they need in the process. I'm not trying to debate an officer at that moment, because the main objective is for me to get home, not to plead my whole case in that moment.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. Yeah. Don't never have court on the side of the road, because you never gonna win. That's not your platform. You know what I'm saying? That's not your platform. Right.
Do's
and don't on the traffic stop, pretty much, guys. Look, the do's are, like Brother Andre just said. You can pull your car over in a lit. I understand. Want to pull your car in a lit area. Make sure your hands on the steering wheel. Yes, sir. No, sir. Look, if you got to reach for your license registration, just let the officer know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get it. I do it sometimes when I do get pulled over.
Right.
Officers, you are required to show you, if they pull you over for a traffic stop, you are required to produce a license.
Say that. Hold on. Say that one more time.
You are required to produce a driver's license.
Wait. So hold on for a minute. Hold on.
Wow.
I thought that if you stop me, I don't have to show my ID to you.
Yes, you do. That's the law.
Is that the law?
If I stop you for a traffic stop, you are required to produce a driver's license. If not,
so I'm saying.
So
now, is that just South Carolina, or is that?
Well, I don't know. South Carolina is. I don't know what other states are.
Okay.
South Carolina.
Are you you stop me? Are you suspecting me of a crime?
No, you did a traffic violation, so that's why I'm stopping you. I'm not expecting you to crime, but I'm expecting you to state of South Carolina for you to operate a motor vehicle. You're supposed to have your driver's license.
And we're being facetious and funny, but
yeah, because we hear this all the time.
And that's everywhere.
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
yes.
You are required. And if you ask me, are you suspecting me of committing a crime? You know what I'm going to say to you? Yes, you're speeding, because in Georgia, those are misdemeanors. Yeah, speed. Any traffic ticket that you get are misdemeanors.
Right.
So yes,
right.
I am suspecting you of a crime.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Freaking loot.
Right.
So I need that card on.
You are required to produce a registration and have your proof of insurance. State of South Carolina, for you to have a vehicle on the road, you got to have insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm required to see those three things.
Wow.
So they got it on their phone. They don't have a hard copy, but they got it on their phone.
So what you mean, the insurance?
Yeah, they got like a picture.
So the insurance, for me personally, the insurance, if I see it on a phone, I let it ride.
Okay.
The license, I'm a little different.
Okay.
I will write them a ticket for not having a license
on person.
But because my thing is this, I always tell them, you come to court, show it to me, I would drop it.
Gotcha.
But my thing is this is what I always tell them. The reason why I'm writing this ticket, God forbid if something happened to you and you got a lock on your phone broke, how we going to be able to identify you?
Right. That's right.
So we need to have a physical license on you.
That's right.
Understood.
And that's an education part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But and as an officer, when you stop a vehicle, I like to go ahead and let you know the reason why I'm stopping you. Like I told Dre earlier, I'm the funny guy, right? If I stop you for speeding, I walk to the vehicle. Hey, I'm Master Trooper Miller from the Highway Patrol. Hey man, what's going on? Everything cool? No, what happened? What? I said, you tell me you going 75 and a 45. Something got to be going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they started laughing. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize I was going that fast.
Yeah.
So I let them know the reason why I'm stopping.
Right.
You know, cause you are required to tell them that, and they want to know. Sometimes they don't realize they speed.
Correct.
Right.
Especially newer vehicles.
Correct.
Newer vehicles drive so smooth you don't realize you're going fast, man.
Now, do you stop people that say, "Man, yeah, I'm on my way to the hospital. I'm on my way here"?
Yeah, I still ride them a ticket.
Do you really?
Yeah, cause that's bull. I used to use that excuse, man.
Yeah,
This brother here, boy,
What if a female in the car and she's
Now, if
pregnant?
she's actually pregnant, then I
Right.
would let it.
Okay.
I have done that.
Okay.
If she's actually pregnant and she could be
Look at
lying.
the troopers, boy. They don't play the radio, do they?
I'm gonna be in South Carolina going like this.
hey, the reason why I say that because I done
I'm
that.
complying, man. You know,
I done that. Before I got law, I got caught speeding one time. I lied to the officer. Hey man, my mom in the hospital. I'm trying to go. I went straight to the house.
right.
So that's why I said I do it. But if you're pregnant, come on, I'm not a butthole now. Come on,
Right.
you could be lying. So I'm gonna give you a one.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, this is everybody these days. Most states are open carry.
Okay.
Is
man.
South Carolina open carry state?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and
So
I hate it.
how do you? Yeah, I do too.
I hate it.
I'll tell you my opinion on that later. And I hope that might cancel it, so maybe not. So, how should a motorist that you come in contact with, how should they tell you they got?
So with me, I've been blessed. I haven't had no issue with it, man. They normally let me know. Hey, I'm carrying. So when they let me know, they can say, "Where is it at?" They tell me. So I say, "Hey, for my safety and yours, just step out the vehicle." And I grab a weapon.
Do you?
Yeah, I grab a weapon. I take the weapon with me. I still run it just to make sure.
Right.
And once I give them the ticket, I hand them the weapon back with no magazine in it. So unload it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I give it back to them,
Okay.
unload it along with the magazine. I go back to my vehicle.
And the one that's in the mag.
Yep.
Okay.
Man, them troopers be doing some
Man, listen.
some
Hey.
stuff, man. I never did like the way the troopers did they
Hey,
stop.
how about when they go right up to your window and bend themselves into your
Right,
hey,
right.
We trying to make sure. We trying to see if y'all drunk. We trying to smell for alcohol.
Man,
Man,
y'all different, man. I ain't mad at y'all, but y'all different, boy. Y'all
would put you in the front
wouldn't
seat.
make it in the city, man.
Hey, that messed me up when I first came to Highway Patrol.
Yeah.
We got to put them in the front seat, man. That messed me up, bro. Yeah,
I'm like, what?
I'm used to put them in the back seat with
Right.
the cage. We ain't got no cage.
Yeah, see?
And you got to put them in the front seat, bro. That
Talking
messed
to
me up. I
him.
got to get used to that. I had to get used to that for a while.
Listen, even after that trooper,
You know how deep that sound, man?
Listen.
Yeah.
So that's a policy
Yeah.
to where you guys put someone in the front, seat.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have
Even-
cages in the
No cages.
Now see, bruh.
No cages.
Listen, that one trooper got killed.
That's
Had a guy in the front
See, that's
seat,
deep.
gunned him down.
But that's his
That's
fault. He
it.
probably ain't pat him down.
Gunned him down.
yeah, but why can't he act crazy, grab your steering wheel, trip? I mean, is he handcuffed?
Yeah. Heck yeah. You sit in the front seat.
So
with me, yeah.
handcuffed in the seat.
And when I can't speak for other states, but say to South Carolina, we got the lock
All right.
on the passenger seat,
Okay.
so you can't even get out the seatbelt.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can't move.
You can't move at all.
I mean, you stuck in
You
there.
stuck.
Okay. All right.
Stuck.
All right. I feel
That's
a little
scary.
better for my
you
brother
stuck,
X.
man.
You
That's
know.
scary.
Trust me, dude. If I
Man.
got somebody in the car, man, I'm patting them down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I pat them down.
Yeah.
I pat them down
better.
before I take them to jail and after I take them to jail, just in case I miss something.
Right.
Right. Right.
Well, speaking on the handguns and all these open carry states, it's important that you know what you can and can't do with that gun, right?
Right.
So, one thing is in most states you have to have it in a holster.
Right.
Like in Georgia, you can go to jail if you don't have it in a holster. If you have it just loosey goosey in your waistband or in your pocket with no holster, you can go to jail for that.
Same in South Carolina.
Same in South
Same
Carolina.
in South Carolina.
So how would you educate people going from state to state? They traveling with their
Yeah.
family.
Google, make
What would
sure-
you do?
Listen, can I cuss?
Yeah, I could.
Mofos know when all the motherfucking new Jordans are coming out.
Exactly.
They can research that.
Okay.
Exactly.
Then you can research, hey, you know what? I'm going to
Chat GPT, mofo.
I'm going somewhere this weekend. Let me see what the gun laws in this state
Yeah, it
are.
is.
Yep.
Hey, Google it. Hey, they Google everything else. They ain't got no business
Because
Googling it.
ignorance is not a defense.
No, it's not.
If you get caught in another state and you're not in the area of their law with guns,
Right.
bro, just because you didn't know, you still going to jail.
Nah, yeah.
It ain't my fault you didn't educate yourself before you came in.
That's deep.
Yeah, so look at it.
That's
And they
deep.
have books. Matter of fact, it's a dude from Indiana that writes a book. I think he might currently still do it. He's a lawyer and he writes this book called I think it's Reciprocity State to State or something like
Right,
that.
yeah.
So, but if you can't, just Google that. Reciprocity.
That's
Does
it,
my
man.
state have reciprocity with the state I'm visiting? But also with the state you're traveling through to get to that state too if you're in a vehicle.
Right.
Because you go through Ohio don't play Illinois either. Because Ohio don't have reciprocity with many states. They didn't at one point. You know about? Can you speak on that, or you got to do some research?
Yeah, I'm
on
about to do some more research because stuff's changed so much.
Yeah,
You do
yeah,
have to
yeah.
stay on top of it daily.
Yeah, daily.
As they constantly updating procedures and statutes.
I knew Ohio didn't play. Ohio and Illinois, they ain't give a damn about none of that. I got a permit. Like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Show it to the judge. But today, you know what I'm saying? This is where you're going. So, what about, you got these, you got folks that you pull over. Mm-hmm. They got an instant attitude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They know the law.
Right.
Fuck it. Let's talk about
Cyber
cyber
citizens.
citizens. Let's do it. Let's
I
call
hate
it what
them
it
mofos.
is.
I hate them
Right.
mofos.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Cool. What's your name? I don't have to give you that. I'm gonna keep asking you. I'm gonna call my supervisor. I'm trying to, dot all I's and cross all T's before I lock this mofo up. Bro.
Okay.
Call the supervisor up. He still do the same thing. Guess what, bro? You sitting in jail as John Doe till we figure out who the hell you are.
Okay.
Yeah. My experience with
They
cyber
give you
citizens.
that information after that?
Huh?
Do
Yeah,
they
they
use-
do.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah, especially when you fingerprint them. I got most of them got warrants. A lot of them niggas hide
Right.
identity. They got warrants. I understand people want to. If you ain't got no law, what's the word I'm looking for? No consulate. You ain't no sovereign citizen. I'm
Right.
gonna be honest with you.
Right.
I know people say that, and that's something that's debatable, but I was working in the jail, and this Asian guy hit and killed 2 people in a vehicle. Guess what? He got a consulate behind him. They woke the judge up out of bed to adjudicate his case and get him up out of there.
What?
Yeah. Then another young brother that was in jail for marijuana less than an ounce, but he gonna stand on his square. I'm a sovereign citizen. He was in jail for almost a year. I was helping clean his cell, and I seen pictures of his son. I said, "It's your son, brother?" Yes, sir. I said, "Who's raising your son?" He looked at me.
Right.
I said, "You been in here for how long?"
Right.
And I usually didn't check their cases out, but I checked his because I wanted to know why he was in there for so long. Brother had a bond. Yeah, it's like $250 or some crazy
Man,
shit.
stop.
He's standing on his square.
Stop.
Wow.
He's standing on his square. I'm standing on my square. Ain't nobody gonna do this to me. I'm a man, bro. I'm like, I said, "Sir." I said, "Let's be honest." I said, "I'm gonna take my deputy hat off and I'm gonna talk to you, brother." I said, "You're a stupid motherfucker." I said, "Somebody out there beating your wife's up, beating your wife's brains out, you know what I'm saying, raising your seed, and you in here standing on your square smelling
Ass and shit and rank. Yeah.
So my thing to you is, brother, tell that man what he want to hear and get up out of here.
Right.
So look, his bond was $250. What's that? $25?
Yeah.
Man,
If that, yeah.
Man, stop, man.
Listen, brother, he's standing on the square though. He's in there for
Man,
almost a
man.
year. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, and I told him that story about the Asian dude. I said, "Look, man, that Asian dude didn't spend 6 hours in this month."
Yeah.
I said, because he got a consulate behind him.
Yeah.
Right.
Then they can argue that the black Moors, they can argue that this, that. That's gonna be an argument for the time. But we will tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this. In Georgia, same thing. But see, you a little bit nicer because I'm gonna ask you for your ID. Man, I'm traveling. Great. Great. All right. Do you have your Georgia or any state ID or driver's license? I'm traveling.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
problem. Step out of the vehicle.
Right.
I ain't step out of the vehicle. Now I'm gonna give you your consequences, sir. You don't identify yourself or you don't step out this vehicle.
Right.
I'm gonna lock your ass up. Period. Man, I ain't doing nothing. I'm not calling no supervisor.
Right.
And please roll your window up so I can put glass all in your face. That's about to happen. I'm gonna bust that shit out and I'm gonna drag you out. I'm gonna cuff you and take you to jail.
Right.
Because by law, you have to identify yourself and present that identification when you're being stopped on a traffic stop. And
Georgia,
by law,
y'all a little different, man. I seen a TikTok. I don't know if it's true or not, but y'all was in a car chasing like the Fast and Furious.
Oh, they
The way
do
y'all
that?
were driving.
Hey, Clayton County and GSP.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, don't run, please. If you go to Clayton County, Georgia, or any Georgia state police or patrol,
We got a saying in Highway Patrol.
Wow.
We get into a 10-0. 10-0 people is a vehicle pursuit. If we get into a 10-0 and we go across Georgia lines, just back up.
oh yeah, because
Let Georgia handle it. It's gonna sound like
right?
fireworks.
Yeah.
They say Georgia shooting.
Oh, they're gonna pit you into the woods, flip you over, and then take you into custody.
Right.
It is what it is. You brought it upon yourself, you running.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna personally talk to our legislature. I'm trying to figure out a way that we can say, listen, if you run from the police and we can identify as you get 5-year automatic.
Right.
It's like they do the gang charge. You get 5 years automatic.
Right.
If you hurt somebody, you get 10 years automatic. You kill somebody, that's your ass.
Yeah.
That's life.
Right.
I mean, they have to do something to stop this because it's not only affecting the families of these people that you stealing their stuff and in your family, because of course they got to deal with you either beat up, battered, jailed, or dead. But then it's also affecting everybody else because our insurance rates are going up.
Correct.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they going up.
They're going crazy because you decide to do this. So I figured, it has to be stiffer penalties for you running from the police. You doing all these street takeovers and whatnot, right?
Agreed.
Right.
So, our thing again is education. So you want to film. When you at a scene and you're dealing with a issue and you got all the paparazzi want to come out and film, they freedom of press. They want to come out and film. How do you deal with that?
Well, truthfully, just so they're not impeding police presence.
Yeah,
Right, I was about to say that.
What's that?
Well, of course, obstruction of official business. So if they are in what I call a designated space that I'm doing my investigation, they come right over me and hindering my investigations. Like, number one, I don't know what your intentions are in the first place. Right. You can go back at a nice distance. We even tell the media where is the special place for media to stage at any type of incident.
What did the media do when you say that?
They go right to the designated space to film exactly where they need to. Right. So they're not trying to go viral, and that's the other thing. People just want an episode or do something to go viral, so they constantly have their phone out. But what they don't realize is they're putting themselves and other people in danger, even in that particular moment. That anything can go bad. That you see an officer trying to do an investigation, you absolutely have no awareness of, and you all in the mix, and then when everybody goes bad, you should have been across the street at a safe area.
What about when you got that one that wants to play lawyer, don't have no connection to this person, but is he out there? Hey man, you ain't got to say nothing. Don't say nothing to them. You have to write your main side. What they out there spewing that?
Clank clank.
There you go. That's what I said.
Hello.
Clank clank.
So understand what we're saying. We're joking, but understand what we're saying. When you put yourself in that position and you interfere with that officer, it's okay to film. Step back, film, do it. But when you start interjecting, talking to this man, you don't know why this man is being pulled over. You don't know what investigation we're doing. And you start telling him to shut his mouth, you taking our element away. So now you're going to jail for obstruction.
Funny, I'm glad you said that. That happened to Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
That happened to him a couple months ago. Officer stopped this vehicle at a gas station or something like that, and he's getting a ticket. It was cool. Warren Sapp intervened, said, "Hey, he wasn't going that fast. What the hell, And they kept telling him to back up, and he was like, "Well, who are you? I'm a right. I can talk if I want to." But they were like, "Sir, just back up, back up."
Right.
They took Warren Sapp to jail.
Hey.
Oh wow.
I remember that. I don't know the total, so I won't speak on it, but I do remember hearing.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing that.
So what's the best thing to do when you get pulled over at a traffic stop and you in the vehicle? What's the best thing to do to ensure that everyone goes home?
Simply cooperate. Be cordial. Be polite. If he's a dick, I'm going to be more polite because I don't know what he's on at this point. But my thing is, like you said, what I do personally, I'll turn off. If it's light, if it's nighttime, and even if it's daytime, I roll all my windows down. I turn my dome lights on, and I put my hands on the steering wheel. And I let the officer know if I'm armed or not. If I'm armed, which I'm always armed, I let them know, hey, this is what I have. And then I go from there. I'm not asking no question why you stopped me, because I know I was speeding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what I was doing.
They still do it.
Yeah,
They still do it.
I know what I was doing. And most people know what they do.
Yeah, they know why. They know why.
You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't doing nothing, but he explains why he did it, it's on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take the ticket. If I feel I was hard or wrong, I'm going to court.
Right.
And I'm going to let the judge hear it. And then I'm going to go from there.
Bro, your attitude justifies if you get a ticket or warning.
Yeah.
I would stop a car and I'm mentally in my head like, man, I'm just going to write him a ticket. I'm going to warn her real quick.
Right.
But they talk their way into a ticket.
Talk their way right into it.
Seriously, man. They talk their way into a ticket, man.
Right.
Just by being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't ask for no warning. If he gonna give you a warning, he gonna give you a
I
warning.
hate that.
Yeah.
Or they start throwing in, such and such. Nope.
Yeah, don't
Right.
do me like
No,
that.
don't do that.
Don't do me
man.
like that either.
Yeah.
You know you
in the
was
back of my
wrong.
head, like, dang, lady, I was gonna write you a warning anyway. If you threw somebody's name, I'm gonna write you a ticket now.
Because now I have to.
Yeah.
You done messed me up. Now I got to. I got to document this stop for sure.
Exactly.
Now. I don't know what you're gonna say.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a tough job, fellas. It's a tough job.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a tough job.
Yeah, I know you happy you out of it, man.
Hey, you know, it's bittersweet because I know that I have assisted and helped a lot of people.
Right.
And I want to be that officer that I tell individuals, especially young people. I just did a class and I taught them what I call, if you get pulled over by the police, and it was interesting, man, that dealing with our young people, they mimic older people and think they could just argue, act a fool, and act crazy.
Can I say something? I don't even cut you off. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. I haven't had any issues with young guys or girls. I don't get them out from them. It's normally the older people.
See, that's what a city.
I mean, like
See, that's a
couple of
state
them.
thing, right?
A couple of them will, like I told you about the foot chase. That's just them being scared. Even when I catch them, they cool. But disrespect.
It's only been 4.
Right.
But be honest with you, man, I don't know if everything's just changing. Maybe parents start to, educate the kids on what to do. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I pull over someone young, it's always yes sir, no sir.
And man, I'm so glad to hear you say that because in the city, especially in Cincinnati, man, a lot of our young black males don't have any driver's license.
Wow.
No driver's license at all. At age, 16, they don't have no temps, they don't have no license. Then they 18, so a lot of them are running for additional things that they don't need to be running from. And that's why I said, if you already legit, number one, you got your L's, and if you don't, you got your temps, you got somebody in the car that got their L's. It just surprises me that our parents are not educating our children. Get your driver's license. You will eliminate so much nonsense with your kids having their IDs with them. And I always tell them to teach them calm, which is the C stands for calm. The A is just be alert, because they start to just act a fool, don't want to listen to what the officer's saying. And that's the third letter is listen. So you calm, you stay alert, you listen, and then just have a positive mindset. I'm gonna get out of here. I said, don't push the panic button, don't cuss them out. The more you question is usually 9 times out of 10, everybody that's questioned what I'm doing was guilty about something.
Yeah. And they try to get you off of them. Listen,
Right.
if you don't have a license, man, just stop. Because you're going to get caught anyway. Stop. So and you don't know who you'll get. I pulled over many people don't have a license. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, man, you got somebody come get you.
I wish we could do that, man. I wish we could do that.
You see, the state troopers are different. But I'm not. Listen, I got. And so that's another thing. People say, well, you have. What's the word I'm looking for, brother? You have. What's the word? Discretion. Okay. You have discretion on what you can do and what you can write. Well, it sounds like y'all don't. State police don't have.
Bro, let me tell you, instant. I felt so bad. And I told the guy, I said, man, he was cool. I remember this happened like in March, I believe. It's night shift, about 3:00 in the morning. I ride down the road, middle of nowhere, man. I see a light driving slow with the blinking lights. So I'm like, all right. I'm thinking they might need help with something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can escort them somewhere. So I pull him over, talk to him. He said, yeah, man, my wife car his wife was in the car, kid in the back seat. He was driving. He said, yeah, man, my wife car is acting up a little bit, man. I was just trying to get my wife and kids home safe real quick because she don't feel comfortable driving because it's drive pretty fun. I said, all right, cool, man. I said, dude, I'm going to just hit you. I said, y'all need any help, anything? He's like, nah, we almost home. I said, all right, bro, I'm going to hit you with a contact. Let me get your license real quick so I can give you a contact.
Explain what a contact is.
A contact is pretty much a warning, just saying, hey, we made contact with you. This officer did stop you and just made contact with you. So that's all the contact is. So he said, man, my license suspended. I said,
oh, Lord.
I said, man. I said, hey. And I said, do your wife have a license? And she was like, yeah. So I ran and she was good. So I said, dude, let me talk to you. I said, bro, I got to take you to jail.
Right.
Ooh. I said, I don't want to. I understand what you're doing as a man and as a father. I get it. I do the same thing. But bro, just by my policy, I got to do my job. I got to take you to jail, man.
Yeah. So we got a little bit more leeway with that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm like,
I wish we did. I would have just let them swap.
Yeah. And
I would have wrote them a ticket and gone, man.
And some people don't realize that. They think that everybody has, and I'm learning, and I'm actually learning stuff. You know, I know you, my brother, but I don't know the policies of where you from. But I'm learning a lot listening to you. Like, oh, okay, there's a difference. Right. There's a difference. So yeah, but people you gotta understand. Like, hey, know your laws. use your phone instead of looking for Jordans. Right? So let's look up. In Georgia, we have OCGA, right? The Annotated Code of Georgia, right?
Watch out.
And that tells you all your laws. So all you got to do is put OCGA and then whatever you searching for. So today we're going to do use of deadly force. That's the big one, right?
Wow, yeah.
Use of deadly force. So it comes up automatically. And when it shows in Georgia, the OCGA, in Georgia, the law regarding the use of deadly force for self-defense or the defense of others is primarily outlined in Official Code of Georgia, annotated OCGA 16-3-21. That's the code section that we look up. And it gives you justification. The use of deadly force, including deadly force, is permissible if a person reasonably believes it is necessary to defend themselves or a third person from immediate or intimate. It's late. Unlawful force, right?
Yeah.
Which means what? The key word in that is believe. They reasonably believe that it's necessary to use that force to defend themselves or a third person. So if you're running with a gun from a traffic stop,
Right.
Watch out.
if you're running with a gun and you're going into a populated area, I can articulate that, hey, you're going to an area where other people are with a gun.
Right.
You might be wanting to do a third party harm. So that gives me, by law, the authorization to use deadly force.
Deadly force. Right.
If you throw a brick at me or in my windshield while I'm driving,
Right.
I reasonably believe that I can be harmed.
Right.
I can use deadly force.
Yeah, it's deep.
Right.
It's
So
deep.
yeah, people have to know what can and can't be done in these situations.
Not what you
Especially-
saw on TikTok or what you saw on Facebook or Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all that. Don't look at that. That's not your friend. It's good to be entertained by that stuff, but it can get you killed.
Right.
Correct.
It can get you killed.
Right.
Correct.
You know. And right now we got a lot of people protesting the No Kings Day. We got a lot of people protesting the Hispanic community being taken out here by ICE. And we discussed this on a previous episode, but I'll say this as well. We're not ICE.
Right.
You're not.
We're not ICE.
Don't take that out on us, bro.
Yeah, you breaking up police cars and damaging police vehicles and property. We don't have nothing to do with that. I think the only local law enforcement deals with that is the Florida State Police.
Yeah.
And there's a few of them have been trained to look for citizenship. But everybody else, we don't have nothing to do with your
Yeah,
problems.
don't have
with
nothing
that.
to do with that, bro.
So when you think it's nice and funny to throw scooters off of bridges onto police cars and bricks and Molotov cocktails, you're putting your life at risk.
Right.
Right.
But that's deep though, because usually that's how we get thrown into the one pot.
Yeah.
Is because if all they see is a badge and something that says law enforcement.
Yeah.
If it's related to law enforcement, they saying, man, you in the same boat.
Right.
And that's where it's just the nature of the beast, the way society is today,
Right.
that we have to, as officers, that's what make our job even that much more dangerous, is the fact that something could be happening with ICE, they gonna blame police.
Yeah,
All they
right.
see is police, and that's exactly what happened in the situation in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Is the fact that he saw a badge, he saw a uniform, he said, man, I don't care what the situation is, someone that represents
That
this
badge.
process and was a certain color at the time, I'm gonna make sure that they suffer in the same manner. That's why, man, you brothers, my wife prays, the church constantly has officers on the prayer list, because it's a thankless job.
Right.
And it's something that I don't think people really understand the risk that you have daily.
Yeah.
Every day, man.
Going
when we
around
go to
in
work.
the uniform,
Right.
and the negativity that's constantly surrounded. We do get the love from people. We thank you. We thank people that come around, and we thank I Am a Beast Network for just wanting to put on the black shield to educate and show you love, because we said it before, we're not here to take sides, we're here to save lives.
Yeah,
and that is something that we want to consistently preach and teach, that we want you to listen and hear and spread the word.
Yeah.
Word.
Big shout out to I Am Beast Network for that. Hey, we got a few more minutes, but hey, what about this?
Come on.
woman walking with her kids, the kids ain't doing it and doing what they want them to do, and they see you, and they say, I'm gonna get him on you. He gonna get you.
Nah, man. That happened to me, and I told the lady straight up to not tell you. I told him, I said, I'm not taking y'all to jail.
Yeah.
Just listen to your mama.
That's it.
That's what I said. I hate when parents do that.
Yeah. You make
That's how you add
scared.
fear to the police. You add fear at a young age, man.
How many times have you chased a perp, not even a potential perp, you chase him, you catch him, he got no warrants, his license is valid, he ain't got no
Just
dope in the
scared.
car, he just naturally scared.
That's it, bro.
Because as human beings, we have a fight or flight, response.
Yeah.
And you naturally have a naturally fear the police, you gonna either fight or you gonna run, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do. And you be like, man, why'd you run? Man, I was just scared. And he ain't lying, he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
But guess what his mama did when he was young?
If you act up, you see that
gonna
police
get you.
officer, he gonna take you to
He
jail.
gonna take you to jail.
Right.
Parents, I urge you, do not do that to your kids.
Stop that,
Yeah,
man.
Stop that,
We ain't
please.
with about
It's
that.
aggravating. Hey, what you know what else is aggravating? When you when you out for lunch in your uniform and people, I mean, I appreciate, thank you for our service, but they want to hold a whole conversation.
Hey, listen, I got a ticket. And I was supposed to do this.
And while they talking, you seen little particles flying out their mouth and hoping they ain't hitting your plate.
Yeah, you try to,
In other words, just give us a couple minutes.
Yeah, just give us a minute, man. We need to eat, man.
Please acknowledge us. Tell us thank you. We do love to hear that.
Appreciate
but
it.
then allow us to finish this meal that we got to finish quickly before we go on to the next row.
Exactly.
All right. So, Brother Dre, take us out of here.
Once again, I'm with Brother X Caliber, the trooper, the one from South Carolina, and my main man over here, the Brother Light for the Light Future Chief. You be hearing from him.
Right.
I'm Brother Dre with Curse Breakers 300. Once again, we are on our I Am a Beast network. This is the Black Shield, and once again, we're not here to take sides. We're here to
Save lives.
Peace.
Peace.